This time on Woody's Garage, we try to stop the shakes.
Well, what are we doing today? Some plumbing or something? No. We're making a camera stabilizer. I always want to get the camera's so tiny that I use, and it's really hard to hold it steady, especially when you're doing things like I do surf videos, and the mini bike races are coming up, and to hold this little tiny camera steady is really difficult. So I wanted to make the stabilizer. I saw a couple of different plans on YouTube of guys who made them out of this PVC pipe, half-inch PVC pipe. And I made a first one, and here it is. Painted it black with a little metal flake, but I don't know, PVC pipe doesn't really seem to like paint too much. It doesn't seem to dry after 3 days. This is to go around my neck. But you can hold it like this, you know, with two hands. I have this other handle here. I got a cap that just fell on the ground that's going to go right there. And you screw the camera on there, and you get a steady shot. The reason I built this other part here is so that I could get to the record button and the zoom and still be able to hold it without it wiggling around, and then switch to this handle, which was, you know, this thing just seemed to be like, you know, getting bigger and more cumbersome. Let me get the other cap here. And I kept kind of modifying it, like I added this part after I realized that, you know, I'm not going to be able to get to the on-off switch. Got to glue that on. But, so then I came up with this idea, which is much smaller, and no, I'm not going to paint this one. That the camera's just going to sit right here, and I'll put it together a little bit, and you can see it just a second. Yeah, this is going to be about it, right here. And this handle is closer so that you can get to the on-off switch faster. It's kind of weird because I have the camera I'm using, so I can't mount it to take a picture of it. But the next thing we got to put in is the tripod, or the threaded 1/4-inch rod, so that you can thread the camera on. I got this knob at Lowe's for like $2.50, and I used a 1/4-inch screw. And then what I did here is I took some JB Weld and I sunk another nut in here so that I could put this also on the tripod or the monopod. So I'll put this in and I'll show you what it's going to look like. Actually, I should tell you how this is going to go. It's going to go into the body like this, and then you put a spring on it. Get the heck on there. Get a spring on there. This way the thing's going to be spring loaded. So it's going to be inside the body. Put a little washer on. Holding the camera with my right hand, and oh, can't get that on. Then 2 nuts to hold that down, so it'll be kind of spring loaded. Yeah, just a second. I ground down the end of this so that it'll thread in nice. And see, the washer's going to go on here. It'll compress the spring. And then we'll have 2 nuts on top of that. Got a washer under here too. Okay, we stuck a washer on here too for less resistance. Then we'll put it into the stabilizer like so. Then put the spring on here. Washer. 1 nut. And what you want to do is you want to bring this down so that it has some tension on it. And then the second nut is put on like it's a jam nut. So we'll put this one down by hand using this socket. Yeah, just so it kind of, you know, it's tight in there. And then we'll put the other jam nut on there, and then we got to seal this thing up. Now I've already drilled holes here to hold like a strap around my neck, which will make it kind of, actually it's going to go this way, kind of nice that you can let go of the thing, you know. Then here's the cap. I tried to find one of these without threads, but I could only find one with threads, so, but it'll glue up okay. So I actually shaved a little bit down here on the top so that I could put another washer on the bottom down here, because the spring was kind of hanging up a little bit. It wasn't turning well. So let's see what that's like. Okay, I think we're ready to assemble. We got our PVC cement. And here it is. So you got enough room on this side for the screen to flip open, and this side is close enough so that you can get to the record and the zoom. You know, and this one's so lightweight, and like I said, I made it so that you can put this on a tripod. And the first one I made, I didn't think of that beforehand. So, and you'll see the difference is, I mean, the mount is way back here. But I was copying somebody else's design, so let me put the camera on there and you can take a look at what that one looks like. Okay, the benefit to this one is that it's wider, so you can hold it even steadier. And also, if you put the thing around your neck, it kind of, you know, when you got to go walk someplace, you know, it's going to sit kind of like this, which is kind of good. But you can also, like it is right now, you can put it on the ground like that, which is kind of nice. But it is big and bulky, and now you see the reason for this, so you can get your hand on the record and the zoom. But yeah, they're both pretty good. Using it right now. Boy, the pan's really nice. You have full control. Nothing's herky-jerky. Should do this more in Woody's garage, huh? Okay. Okay, I already made one change. I had the holes for the strap here centered. I moved them up here, and then when it's hanging over your neck, it kind of sits about like this instead of like this. So that's an improvement. Next version, right?